Okay, so basically how it works, can you see this all right? Yeah, so with interior angles, um, obviously a triangle, a triangle has 180 degrees. A four-sided shape called a quadrilateral has 360 degrees. A five-sided shape has 540 degrees. Yeah, and then there's a pattern every time. And the pattern is that 360 take away 180, that's 180 degrees. And 540 take away 360, that's 180. So every time you add on an extra side, so for example, that's a five side, let's go with a six-sided shape, a hexagon, you're going to have to basically add an extra 180, 180, yeah, 180. So instead of that 540, that would be 720. That's one way of working it out, one of the ways. Is that right? Yeah. So that's one of the ways. But the other way is that now this way wouldn't always work. With especially it wouldn't work with bigger polygons with lots of sides. Because say if you've got a polygon with 20 sides, then you're not going to keep adding 180 every time. It'll just take you a very long time, right? Yep. It would take you a long time. But because there's a pattern every time you're adding 180 every time, there's a formula that would help you work it out. So the formula is that total. Sorry. It's not squared. Nah. Good guess. So total interior angle equals n minus 2 bracket close times by 180, where n is the number of sides. So let's wait for you to copy that. Yeah, n is the number of sides. And it makes sense, right? Because you got to do 180 every time, but because it starts off with triangle, and there are two shapes without that doesn't. Anyways. So this is a very important formula. Anytime angle in a polygon comes up, this is what you'll be using. Yeah, and we can also see with the triangle though, has three sides, so substitute 3 in there where n is. So 3 take away 2 is 1. 1 times 180 is 180, and that's the size of the triangle. So total interior angle of a triangle. Cool. Yeah, so that's sorted. Now, so we've got a formula. Now going on to this question though, how does this work? Now this is a pentagon, 5 sides. Yeah, 540 is the total interior angle of the pentagon. So how would you work out what the largest angle is? Give me a numerical value. Uh-huh. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you add them all up. So all of these added up would make 7x. All the numbers added together makes 50. that equals 540, and then just solve it from there. And x is 70, and once you know what x is, obviously, how would you work out what the biggest angle is? uh, it means the largest angle. So what you got to do is, because once you know what once you know that x is 70, you need to work out what each and every one of these angles are, basically. Yeah, and then you just find out which one's the biggest one, and the biggest one is that one, the 150. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Good, good, good.